Have you ever realized that whatever you was doing just wasn't working? Something was a bit off, but you just couldn't quite put your finger on it. So you didn't really go in as much with quite the same vigor as when you started. There's a reason for that. And it might be because, well, something's not working, something's off. There's a reason why you haven't gone in with vigor. Today's success principle is number 30. And today we are focusing on what's not working. So obviously it's a bit premature to believe that after 30 days you're going to get the results you need with some of the things that you're doing. Some of these things are lifelong habits. Some of them you'll see results from immediately, but life's not like washing dishes where you'll see immediate results. Sometimes you're going to have to do things that might take a bit longer to see the results that you crave, right? But we can still steer it to the outcome we want. Jack Cranfield talks about going back to the alerts, the parts of our systems that give us an idea on what we can control, what we can't control, and how we can move forward beyond that. So today's about asking questions about what's working and what's not working, getting real honest and not being in denial, because it's so easy for us to be in denial, right? It's so easy for us to say, no, it's fine, it'll work itself out. I've done it myself. Because it's when you don't want to face it. So there's a fear there. And so in order for us to embrace our fears, we have to start asking ourselves some questions. Then it becomes less scary because we're willing to do that work. We're willing to look within. We're willing to say, I'm not sure if this is going the right way I want it. What can I do about this? And so it's going back to taking responsibility, which is probably the earliest success principle, taking 100% responsibility. There's no point you seeing sort of yourself driving in one direction, knowing that that's not the target, when you clearly need to divert. It's almost like the plane, right? The pilot goes off track 90% of the time, but he course corrects because he knows that that's what needs to happen. And so think of yourself like that pilot. You're going to go off course so many times, but your job is to course correct, knowing that you know the destination you're trying to get to, not even trying the destination that you are getting to, so that you can course correct accordingly, knowing that sometimes we do go off course. Sometimes we do get distracted. Sometimes we don't get the results we want because our expectations sometimes don't meet with our reality. So what are some of the questions we can ask ourselves? Some of the questions are, obviously, what's not working? So writing that list of things that you just don't see the traction that you desired in the first place. Asking yourself, how can I improve? How can I improve it? What requests can I make? As in, like, what can I be asking of others to help me through this? What do you need from me? So if you've given this task to somebody else, delegating it, and it's become it's at a standstill right now, asking the question, what do you need from me, might help you to answer that question. The other day, I worked with an agency doing tarot, and the agency calls me up and says, we noticed that you haven't been on for a while. I was like, yeah, because A, B, and C. And I basically told them all the reasons. And they said, how can I help? And it reminds me a little bit of Amsterdam on Amazon Prime. If you've ever watched it, it's a really, really good show. I recommend it. And he always asks, how can I help? He doesn't give you the solution. He asks, how can I help? And then it's open for you to be like, this is my request. This is what I need from you. Or even just say, you know what, I've got it. But somebody asking you, how can I help, can be such a massive deal, such a great relief off your shoulders. And imagine if you're giving that gift to somebody else, you know, giving them that hand. Another question you could ask is, what do we need to do? Or what do I need to do? What action steps can we take? What action steps can I take? So basically, the bottom line is all of these questions are leading to one thing. What action can you take today to improve the current results that you are seeing? And you might need to go back for the previous success principles and realize you might need to have to delete some of the things, like dump them, delegate, delay, because maybe you haven't got the capacity, maybe they don't actually align with your core values anymore. All of these things are something you need to look at. And so being in denial won't help you, resolve this. That's why it's so important for you to be like, what do I need to do? Because it's not working. So it's a really simple one today, people. It might be a bit heavy. This is probably where you get your sage out, and whatever else out to balance your energy. But this is the work that needs to be done to be successful. We need to look within and find out what isn't working. And we need to course correct. Because at the end of the day, this is our life. We pilot our own plane. And we know what destination we're trying to get to. And we're moving it from trying to get into. And we're choosing to go to that destination time and time again by making sure that we're on the right trajectory. So, again, go by the Success Principles. It goes much deeper than I'm going. This is a part of the Success Principles series. My name's Ruth Ellen, if you didn't know me before, and I run the She Can channel where we shift, heal and expand. I help women to show up unapologetically. I run the She Can Show podcast where I celebrate other women that have shifted, heal and expand, did in their own business and lives. And I do, I truly believe that's my purpose, to help other people to be more empowered in what they're doing so that they can show up and change the world and make the impact that they was destined to make, because that's the gift that was given to them. It's their birthright. And so I make sure that they get out their own way using hypnotherapy and DBT and EFT and everything else that is in my toolkit of goodies that helps people to really become more them. So thank you for watching. Links are going to be below this video, and more information about what I do, how I can help you. But let's face it, this is about subscribing and giving the comments about what you're going to do. What do you need to do in order to move it from not working to this is working amazingly? Comments below. Thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you for watching.